Just at the National Curillion. The Curillion was presented by Britain to a city of Canberra in commemoration of the Golden Jubilee of the founding of the nation, capital of Australia. It was opened by Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth, 26 April 1970. Yeah, so I think that's Kingsway Road. This would be a good place to come on a hot day if you had a breeze coming from a certain direction. This is Lake Baldy, Griffin, named after the guy that designed Canberra, I think. It's a little paddle boat. And this anchors to commemorate the HMAS Canberra that was sunk on Savo Island. 9th of August 1942 she was sunk with 84 lives, so at the Battle of Savo Island. Yeah. There's a memorial here to the Australian Merchant Navy during World War I and World War II, and the patterns on the tiles there represent the camouflage pattern they used to have on their ships. Yeah, got a cloudy day today, so I'm going to probably do some indoor things. We'll see how that day goes. So just at the current Parliament House, the old one sort of down the road there. Yes, this is what you see on the $5 note, this particular Parliament House. Interesting pattern. Now I'll go inside now. I don't know how much I can film, but I'm allowed to film in here, just couldn't film the security part, that's all. All these marble pillars here. It's handy being so quiet. Very flashy. So it was opened in 1988 by the Queen. Facts, 90% Australian, 300,000 cubic metres of concrete. The Opera House could be used using the same amount of concrete. Tons of steel, 24,000. It was the biggest building project undertaken since the Snowy Mountain Hydro scheme. Flagmast is 81 metres high, weighs 220 tonnes, making it one of the largest stainless steel structures in the world. 2,700 clocks. They each have 2 lights. So red for the Senate, green for the House of Reps. These are relics from the Blitz World War II, taken from St. Paul's Cathedral. Yeah. Part of the beam from Westminster Abbey, Lantern Tower. So it's all burnt and everything. Right under the flag. Like a Prime Minister portrait gallery here. The Queen, Baldy. Malcolm Fraser, Gough Swetnam, Curtin. So just in the House of Representatives here, this is the green one. And if I go to the Senate, it'll be the red one. Not little TV cameras. That sits on the table. These old traditions they have. Sculpture. And this is the Senate. When you come to these places, it's a bit hard to sort of not have the voices. I've been trying to avoid a group of people. There we go. Opening of the first Parliament, 1901. That could have been in Melbourne. The Queen unveiled this statue in 1988. So when the Parliament House was opened. Alright, so that's Parliament House. It's getting pretty crowded now, so I think I got in just in time. Up there, there's like heaps of seagulls. I think there's even 2 rabbits. There's a couple of rabbits on the grass. Wait, this little baby rabbit, that's why he's not scared. There's no sign saying it can't walk on the grass, but all the seagulls are and the little rabbits are too. There's the War Memorial right up the end there, the crane, the old Parliament House in front. The old Parliament House. I'll get this shot now before the weekend, before it gets full of weekend people. So it's now the museum, now Museum of Australian Democracy. Whatever this is new. Wow. I don't know what that's all about. Yeah, old memory. This is a Gallipoli boat. I've taken a lot of footage in here, about an hour's worth, but it's just so dark. I think just putting in a few photos around the place to see a little bit better, but yeah, I won't sort of dwell too much in here because not everyone's going to be into the whole war sort of thing. So just a quick walk around. The War Memorial is memorial first and a museum second basically, and they're doing a lot of refurbishment. So some sections weren't there. The famous Lancaster bomber and the midget submarine, you couldn't see them because they weren't there, but next time I go there that'll probably all be finished. So yeah, just a quick little view of the Australian War Memorial. It's the bombing of Darwin. Sort of crammed a lot in there. Looks like Zealandia and the Menunda hospital ship. That's the guitar he wrote. I was only 19. I'm just going to go into the Hall of Memory. There's the eternal flame, it never goes out. That's the Hall of Memory, where the tomb of the unknown soldier is located. Got a net there now. I think that's World War I. And that's like all the services, Army, Navy, Air Force, probably Merchant Marines as well. There's a pilot, a soldier. They have a net. I must have had parts falling off. Right, so probably having all this construction has made it quite a day. Not so many people, so I'm not sure if I'll stay for the end bit where they have the bagpipes or the bugles and finishes off at that door there. We used to sort of have to hide behind the door and close the door at the end. So much construction. So I think they're making also an entrance from the car park that goes there and into the middle there. National Service Memorial. I think they built this when I was here. There's a lot of work being done. This is the Weary Dunlop statue. So that's the doctor from World War II that was in the Changi prison. Just around the western side of the building, here's the naval gun from the HMAS Australia, the second HMAS Australia. And here's the dedication stone, opening armistice, 11th of November 1941. I think this was a memorial to the merchant, commemorates the service and sacrifice of the Australian merchant seamen who manned the ships. Yeah, right around the entire building and in the parks you just have plaques everywhere. So there's some tanks. This is a Centurion tank, Vietnam era basically. LAV-25 light armoured vehicle. I'm just cheating and reading that sign as I'm filming. I don't know that off by heart, but that's what that is. There's the bridge of the HMAS Brisbane and the Bushmaster. So they're made by Thales in Bendigo. I think that one, its engine caught fire. There's the Amiens gun, so World War I, the Amiens rail gun. Yes, and that's the German sort of camouflage colours of the time. And there's the roof that was part of the train carriage. We've got this gallery here so you can see what they're doing. So yeah, it's supposed to be another couple of years until all this gets finished. Millions. just going up Black Mountain to have a look at the Telster Tower. And there it is. Well, finally got up here. I forgot how steep it was. Very slow. It must be all closed off because all signage is gone, and then there's like, that's all fenced off there. There's weeds growing at the entrance, and yeah, it's all blocked off. Even some of the dishes look like they're missing bits off them. I wonder if the whole thing's closed. Oh well, I'll just go and have a look to see if there's a scenic view of Canberra. Well, I've got to say I'm a bit disappointed in the situation up here. I could have known that before I drove all the way up. Well, I found a little bit of a lookout of Canberra. There's Paliarment House through there. There's the Curillion right down there. Yeah, a little bit of a view of Canberra up here. Just going to another lookout. See if we've got a different view. Maybe just a little different view of Paliarment House. But you can't see much of the city. Got all those trees there. Bridges. Looks like sounds like a party boat over there. Someone's having a party. A little view of Canberra, of course. Oh, all the days turned out nice and sunny. This plaque is for the remembering the Royal Canberra Hospital, 1941 to 1991. So it says here the site of Canberra's first building, Canberra, became the site of Acton House, and it was cleared in 1940 for the hospital, and the US, the 5th Station Hospital of the United States Army had it until December 1942. There's a paddle boat here, Enterprise. Another little old yacht there. It's a good view of the tower. Okay, more than 130 years since it was launched, the Enterprise, one of the oldest operating paddle steamers in the world, listed on the Australian Register of Historic Vessels in 2012. So construction, 1876. Echuca, used to carry cargo and passengers, including stranded Echuca residents during the floods in 1896. 2013, it celebrates 135 years. Yeah, I've had a big day today. I'll sleep well tonight, I think. So we've got this museum here. It's a strange building. It's a real strange building. Yeah, it's an unusual building, like something tipped on its side, or I don't know, I guess they know what they're doing. It's colourful, that's for sure. I'm not sure what that is over there. It's like a ribbon. Yeah. Sound of a Currawong. It's the International Space Station. see up here. Yes, I've made it up to the Mount Stromlo Observatories. They were destroyed in the 2003 bushfires, the Canberra bushfires. So I'll film a little bit, and then you probably can't even hear me now. Constructed in 1955, destroyed in the 2003 fire. May be able to see in there, that's what's left of the telescope. A few bits and pieces on the ground as well. I'll just cover it there. There you go, you might be able to see that a little bit better. That's what's left of the telescope. That's closed. Quite a few walks. It's called the Walking on the Moon sculpture, that one. Yeah, it seems to be a fair bit closed here, so I'll have a look, see what's open. So also up here they've had a kite house where they used to launch kites for weather in 1914, a kite room. And during the war they stopped a lot of observatory work, but they turned into an optical munitions factory. So they were building precision optical glass for telescopes and artillery directors and rangefinders and other devices. So they had about 20 homes up here as well. Pretty sure I came up here and this was gutted. It was just all the walls. So I think they've refurbished it. Yeah, I think this was completely burnt out. Yeah, so it's there, 71. So that's the director's residence, and is regarded as one of Canberra's finest buildings. It used to host a lot of functions and dignitaries, so it was severely damaged in the fires. Damaged 2003, reopened 2015, constructed 1928. So this looks like it's still a burnt out shell. So I'm assuming that this was not rebuilt after the fires. I've got a swooping magpie just up there in the tree. Him. It's okay, I'm not going to go near babies. Commonwealth Solar Observatory building. Yeah, so it's all been rebuilt. That's the heliostat or sun telescope, completed in 1931. Must have been a sad day when all these burnt down. The Great Melbourne Telescope. You can see the rollers that the dome would have. This is just talking about the different manufacturing they had here, munitions during the war. And they also had a 1952 fire here as well. So looking at these steps here, and they probably had factories here perhaps, or down there. So many little domes scattered everywhere. MSAT. Constructed 1955 by the university in Sweden. So yeah, this was also destroyed and subsequently demolished, so being rebuilt. I guess the brickwork is possibly from the original structure. While all that is new. Former workshop complex which were destroyed in 2003. So these little ones are miniature telescopes, and they use the funds from the fire to build them. So this is probably some old structure here. So that'll be old workshop structure. The Yale Columbia telescope, so you can go right into this one. Mount Stromlo 1955, so it was the Yale Columbia University telescope. Yeah, it's a good opportunity to get out of that wind there. Yeah, so I had a look around. I didn't realise the public can actually go to so many areas here. I was sort of walking around some spots, wasn't sure if I was allowed to be there. Yeah, so that's the 1952 fire. But the 1952 fire wasn't as bad as the 2003 firestorm. So, yeah. Mount Stromlo Satellite Laser Ranging Facility, to replace the one that was destroyed in 2003. Oh, the wind has stopped. Yeah, so that's the Oddie telescope. If I've read it right, that was probably the first building here, and each little room contained like living quarters and a kitchen and things like that. The Oddie telescope. Yeah, it's one of the first buildings, if not the first building. It's in a cross shape. I guess that peeled paint is from the fires. See the track right up there. Yeah. It's up there. Very hazy day. So people come up with the bikes, the cycles, and they cycle down the hills. So that's it for Mount Stromlo. Time to head down. Heading to Tidbinbilla, or the radio tracking station. So the sign there says Tidbinbilla tracking station temporary closed. Oh well, I'll at least get a shot, hopefully get a shot near it. Yes, I'm at the Tidbinbilla, or it's called Canberra Deep Space Communication Complex, but it's closed. So yeah, there's quite a few dishes here. This was meant to have something to do with the Apollo 11, but I think they had an electrical problem. So I think it was sort of transferred onto somewhere else. Yeah, it's just a bit windy out there to speak out there. Yeah, the sun's popped out for that shot. Yeah, I'm not sure what these ones are, but there's quite a few around the place. And yeah, windy day, got to get up that hill, I think. Oh well, it was still okay to come. I was hoping to get here anyway. That's it for Canberra. I spent 2.5 days here. Stayed at the workers camp in Fishwick, which is, I've actually lived there before, and yeah, spent about 2.5 days. Went into the hills and up and down, and Tidbinbilla was yeah, closed to go into the visitor centre, but it was still good to go. And up to Mount Stromlo, to the War Memorial, and to the new Parliament House. I probably just could have kept going, but yeah, ran out of time. But I think I've just about been in every back street in Canberra. But yeah, it's been good. It's been worth sort of making a detour to come here. So if you like this one, don't forget the thumbs up and the notification button and subscribe button. And welcome to all the new subscribers. And I'll see you, don't know where I'll make it to tonight. I might head to Yass or Goulburn, don't know. But thanks for watching. Okay.